Alright, in today's video, what we're going to talk about is how to hold your cigar. For something that may seem so obvious, there are a few ways to hold your cigar and to consider. First way to hold your cigar is as I'm holding it right now. You got your index finger wrapped around and the cigar is resting on the rest of your fingers and you're kind of supporting it on the back of your hand. This is a very nice and relaxed way to smoke and enjoy a cigar, and it's also giving you a lot of security. You're not going to drop your cigar by holding it this way, which is always important. You don't want to drop your expensive Cuban or New World cigar on the floor. The next way, which takes away an element of security, you can hold it on your fingertips. 2 fingers on the top, thumb supporting it at the bottom. This is a nice, elegant way to hold your cigar, but do be careful not to drop your stick. The final way is very similar to how I'm holding it here, but you just add the last 2 fingers. Obviously, not all cigars are 7.5 inches like this Gigantes. I believe it's 7.5 inches. And also, depending on how big your hands are, you might not be able to pull this off, but for the most amount of elegance to holding a cigar, this is something that you should definitely consider. Ultimately though, holding a cigar is a complete personal preference. It's whatever's comfortable to you. Some people enjoy holding it in their mouth and they don't even touch the thing. Some people, they just place it on the table whilst they're smoking the cigar and pick it up as and when they want to take a draw. The one thing to bear in mind, and the one thing that you should probably try to avoid, is holding it like a cigarette. Cigars are not cigarettes, these are luxury items, they're handmade, they take years and years to put together. So the last thing you want to do is to be seen smoking it like something you can buy from the high street shop. The last thing you want to be seen doing is smoking your cigar like a cigarette. On top of all that, there's hardly any security here and there's a high chance that you're going to drop your cigar. Here I have a few good examples of different shapes and size cigars. This one here by the Traveler, this is a box press. The Trinidad for here is something a lot shorter. So as I was talking about earlier, you're probably not going to be able to get all of your fingers on this cigar. So you might opt for something a little bit like this, where you wrap your finger around. It's nice and comfortable and secure. For this huge 7x70 stick, obviously you're not going to be leaving this in your mouth. It's heavy and it will get uncomfortable. But again, for something like this, you really want to secure that stick in your hands nicely. For something like the Gigantes, it's a super elegant cigar. And if you care about how you look whilst you're smoking your cigar, go for what looks the nicest. And again, try not to hold these things like a cigarette. They're simply not the same. And you might look like a complete novice if you hold your cigar like a cigarette. So there you go, there's a few options, there's a few different ways of holding your cigar, but ultimately it really does come down to whatever's comfortable for you. Try not to overthink this and do anything it takes to enjoy your cigar. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.